Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Ambitious Gems, and I'm back to you with another astrology video. First and foremost, guys, let me tell you this. I made it to 10,000 subscribers, so woo! If you're one of my subscribers, if you know anybody that is interested in astrology and they might be interested in my page, definitely share it with them and make sure to continue liking and commenting. I love to read you guys' comments. So today we're talking about realness, we're talking about honesty, and we're talking about the opposite end of the scale. Listen, at the end of the day, people are not going to be happy, but just remember that this is only my opinion. This is not necessarily facts. You could have your own experience and definitely comment down below your scale because I'd love to know. So, from the most realist to honest sign for me personally, I'm going to have to go with Aries. The reason why I say Aries is because those people are usually your realist friends. They're really honest, and they'll tell it like it is if you really want their opinion and you tell them to keep it real. You don't even have to tell them to keep it real. And because they're ruled by Mars energy is very forceful and brash and courageous, and I think a part of being honest is not being afraid. And not only that, they're a fire sign, and fire sign has that rambunctious energy, and they have a childlike energy as well. All fire signs, they just want to go out and play and do stuff and run around like kids do. And usually kids are the most honest. Number two for me again is another fire sign, which is Sagittarius. If you know a Sag, you know that they run with their foot in their mouth. Sometimes they just say things that they shouldn't have said. They have word vomit. They just kind of say what they're thinking like a child as well. I'm telling you, all top three of my choices are fire signs because they all have that. It's the courage in the fire signs, the fearlessness that they have, and just the fact that honesty is literally their first language. And same with Leo. So Leo is my number three. I feel like if you have a fire sign friend, you can go to any of those three signs and get an honest opinion, get a real opinion. They're gonna probably tell you like it is before you even ask, or maybe even by accident. For number four, Scorpio. Scorpio energy, because they're also ruled by Mars as well. They're predominantly ruled by Pluto, but they have that Mars energy in them. They're very straightforward. They can't fake it. They have to just tell how they feel, express how they feel. They're very forthright people. Number five on my list is Aquarius. And the reason why I say Aquarius, because if you know Aquarius tend to be very blunt, but I don't feel like they don't necessarily do it in a rude way, but they could come off rude. I feel like they're just speaking, and in their conversations, they're opinionated and they're open communicators. So usually they just end up spewing what they think, and they're very nonchalant about it and kind of shrug shoulder. Like number six is going to be Gemini, because if you think of the likes of Kanye West, Tupac, again they have that childlike energy as well, where it's just like maybe you shouldn't have said that, but I feel like because they're also the communicators of the zodiac. These people are the talkity talk. Of course, things are going to spill out of their mouth that are of honesty, and because they have so much information that they have gotten and dissected, they can spew out. This is the thing about Gemini, because they have the whole split personality thing. I feel like a part of them could just be talking a load of shit, but the other part of them that I'm really thinking about is honest, and they can either give it off in the kindest way or they can give it off in a real actual way. And that's another thing with the Aquarius and Gemini energy. They have this authenticity to themselves and this unapologetic demeanor that I feel like that comes off with their honesty, because if you can be true to yourself, then you'll definitely be true to others. Usually people who tend to be liars or deceitful are people that can wear a mirage. Maybe they're even confused of who they are. So, or not fully accepting, right? So I feel like Aquarius and Gemini have accepted themselves at their core, that they can be honest enough to be who they are, so they can be honest with other people. I have Virgo as number seven. Virgo energy, they're very practical. Like, if not, Virgo could even be a little higher than that. I find them to be straightforward in their analytics. Remember, they're about facts. That's what they research, so that's what they're going to spew out. That's what they're observing and analyzing. Why wouldn't they be at the top? just because the other ones just really outdo them and they're more outspoken. Like the fire signs are outspoken, so that's why it's going to go ahead of them. But Virgos, I find them to be good. But then at the same time, Virgos can be liars. Virgos can really be liars too. Sneaky little liars. So they might go lower. But you know what? I'm going to keep them at 7. Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, you know, they're all about realism. They really pride themselves on being real people. So I feel like that is an indication of their realness, because if you want to be something, you're gonna be that. The 5 senses is really a Taurus thing: tasting, feeling, touching. These are all, and then Earth is very ground and very solid and real. You know, that's why I stack the Earth signs all together. Like Earth, when you think about Earth, you think about something that you can feel, something tangible. That's their energy. The Earth signs, they lack this sort of emotion. So the practicality of it is really just, it is what it is. Like I feel like it is what it is would be like an Earth sign, and then Capricorn as well. Capricorn, they can be very cutthroat. That's the reason why they're ruled by Saturn, which is, you know, the authority figure, the top, the boss. You know, the boss is usually the one that's telling, yeah, no, I like that idea. No, I don't like that idea. That's a representation of Capricorn energy. They are, you know, the father figure. I don't have a reason to lie. I'm the boss. Like, you know what I mean? So again, like I've seen Capricorns lies as well. I mean, all signs lie. And I feel like a part of the Capricorn honesty is the fact that they don't sugarcoat. Remember, this truth is not sweet. Number 10 on my list is going to be Cancer. Honestly, the reason why I just threw them as 10 is because I didn't know where else to put them. Cancers could be even higher than that because I find them to be honest people, but because they're so nurturing and they can be really sweet, I feel like they'll kind of diminish it through their delivery. I think that they're honest, and I think that they could be higher, but I just think that other people are higher than them through my experience. And then 11 is going to be Libra. And the reason why they're second to last is because I find that Libras are really people pleasers. I know that they can be very honest and they can really speak their mind and whatnot, but overall, I find them to be people who like to keep the peace. And somebody who likes to keep the peace would usually think their thoughts and keep them to themselves and not be as honest and as forthright, because you don't want to rock the boat. So basically, if Aries is going to be at the top and Libra is the opposite sign, it only makes sense that they're at the bottom, because where Aries is going to be honest, tell the truth, not necessarily care about other feelings, Libra is caring about what people think of them. They want people to like them, and that's another reason why Leo, I wouldn't put them at number 1, because they have to save face too, because they love the attention. They can't burn all of those bridges as much as Aries would. Aries is very independent. They're a cardinal sign. That's why they're at number 1. Lastly would be Pisces. And the reason why I put Pisces as last, I know Pisces to be, the background, sorry. I know Pisces people to be very honest and very much, they'll tell it like it is. But the reason why they're at the bottom is because they're ruled by Neptune. And Neptune is a sign that's also known to be very delusional and to be deceitful. They're very mysterious, and they can kind of make you believe what you want to believe. And they can tell you what they want to tell you to just play a game. Like, so for me, Pisces, they can be very honest, and especially because a lot of Pisces have their Mercury in Aries. So like for example, my mother, she's a Pisces, but her Mercury is in Aries. So she will really, like, if you ask her, or even if you don't, sometimes she just says like whatever, but that's Mercury Aries talking. But Pisces as a whole, you can be fooled, or you can misinterpret what they're saying. I was gonna say Pisces are really good, could be a really good actor or actress, because they're like chameleons. They can kind of like get into any position and be whatever you want them to be. But Leos as well are really good actors and actresses. So if you are a good actor and actress, that can also make you a good liar, a good con artist, like good at, so because like you could just play a character. Pisces is good at that. So if you like this video, if you see any truth to it, please like it, comment, share. I want to know your ratings as well. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.